Fade away. Money.
There you go. It's going to be a shot clock violation.
Puts it up on the buzzer. Gets it to go.
Soglu. Whoa. Jamalo doubles up. Pockets wide open. It's good. It's good. And that's...
I'll have a strong, smooth, creamy latte.
Be your own barista at Coles Express. Award-winning Coles Urban Coffee Culture from just $1.
Express yourself.
At Coles Express.
Fasten up your seatbelts, do a double take. Don't need to be a millionaire to roll this kind of way. Yeah, I got the recipe to do it every day. Straight to the top, and that's where we gon' stay. Yeah. Step it up again. Yeah, we do it every day. Step it up, step it up.
Take it to the next level.
Step it up again.
Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Elevate your adventure.
Welcome back to NBL 1 South today between the Frankston Blues and the Ballarat Miners. I'm your play-by commentator today, Bailey Allen, looking to give you the best insights into today's match. And both sides actually coming off losses at the moment. Frankston, of course, losing to Geelong United last Saturday by a total of 6 points. And they were going pretty well, the Blues. They had only just lost the one game to Mount Gambier and then, of course, suffered their second loss against Geelong. Still going extremely well, the Blues, sitting second on the ladder. Tied for second, really. Nunawading, Eltham, and then, of course, themselves, all sitting at a record of 5-2. And Ballarat aren't looking too shabby themselves. They're sitting fifth on the ladder, 5-3. They're coming off a loss as well against Diamond Valley last night, lost 87-75. But the week before, they did beat Dandenong, and then they beat Northwest Tasmania and Hobart. They even beat Indonesia in a friendly. So they haven't lost a game since April 15th when they got blown out by the Nunawading Spectres. Starting lineups for today for the Blues: Igor Hadziomerovic, Brad Newley, Lachlan Barker, who's had a couple issues with his knee of recent times. He's back playing basketball in Frankston for the first time in a couple of weeks. Lucas Barker and Dan Trist, and that rounds out the starting lineup for the Blues. As for Ballarat, you've got Jake Lloyd, Ned Renfrey, Adam Thosby, Tyler Rudolph, and Nicholas Pozoglu. I hope I get that name right today consistently. And that was out on Ballarat. So Blues after losing the tip, immediately get possession. So Barker over to Lachlan, who's been not himself this year, mainly due to the injuries. No doubt he will bounce back soon though. Lucas Barker for three. Not quite. Hadzio Merovic lost it. Turned it over. Fast break Miners. Oh, almost a block from Barker. Really got up there. Instead it's going to be Ned Renfrey who gets 2 points there. Hadzio Merovic was pressured heavily. Barker, you can't leave him that open. Welcome back to Frankston, Lockie. So Renfrey now at the 45. Gives it off to Rudolph. Now Lloyd trying to get past Barker, but he's defending him very well. And then a tough shot will not fall. Newley, Hadzio Merovic over to Newley behind the back. And then Newley contested. No, he'll miss that one. So some fast-paced basketball as Thosby will miss that one. And I think that came off Barker last, or perhaps not. So back with Lockie Barker. Now Lucas to Lockie. Drives through at the baseline. Brad Newley cuts through the paint nicely. And then Lucas Barker, full court press, poked it loose. That's a bucket. So Lucas Barker has got his 2 first points of the game, and Ned Renfrey is really having to fight hard to keep the ball in his hands. Trist towers over him. Passes out. Now in the corner, a long two from Jake Lloyd. So the point scoring's really being shared around. Barker! Contested three. It's good. Up by 6 points early. And Barker is playing elite defense. Ned Renfrey is struggling early on in the first term. He's just relentless with his defensive effort, Lucas Barker, the captain. Hadzio Merovic, Trist. And Iggy hits another three. So they are shooting lights out at the moment. The Blues. I don't think they've missed a three yet. From both Barkers and then Iggy. So Lloyd, that's his man for three in Renfrey. So the three-point efficiency is just off the charts at the moment for either side. Now Barker again. And that one wasn't as close as the others. Ned Renfrey, 5 points, 100% from the field to start off this one. It's a bit shaky at first with Barker defending him so well, but on the other end, he's putting on a masterclass to start off, but misses that one. So now Newley. Barker almost could take another three-pointer. Here is Lockie Barker, drives through. Oh my goodness, no way. Perhaps it was just a bit too difficult, even for a man of his caliber. Now Lloyd pulls up for the mid-range. An unselfish pass and a foul to Nicholas Puzoglu. And one as well. And Puzoglu now at the line. Ballarat's captain. Played NBL with Illawarra and Perth. Won the NBL 1 West MVP for the Cockburn Cougars in 2021 as well. So he's been a good addition to this side. He's now in his second year with the Miners, is Puzoglu. Barker. Got my B's mixed up there. Brad Newley misses on the three-point shot. Bazoglu turns on the Jess, tries to get through. Iggy Adzirmerovic. And an impressive contested make there. Gives him 4 points to start off his day. Adzirmerovic, Barker gets past one, then two. Bounce pass. Was aimed at Trist, but it's just a little bit off target in the end. So here's Jake Lloyd. Driving through, fading, and that's another make for the Miners. This one coming from Adam Thosby. It's all tied up now, 13 apiece. Just over half of this term left. Adzirmerovic now. And it is just shot for shot going through here. Both teams shooting 50+% from the field. Lloyd gives it off, and now Thosby is met by Trist. In the post, pushing is Rudolph. And 2 points to go with it as well. Potentially could get the N1 as well. So Evans is going to come on for Igor Adzirmerovic. Brad Newley on for Henry, or off for Henry Pearce, I should say. It's been a hotly contested game so far. Neither team really seeming to miss at all. Ballarat lead by 1. Barker, Evans, just been subbed on. Now Trist. Wants Evans, I think, but no, he ignored that option. Went Barker instead, who goes all the way. Drew a lot of contacts, but maybe not enough. Thosby with the left, tries to push his way through. That is excellent vision. Bazoglu was just waiting under the basket. Frankston's going to take a timeout. They're down by 3.
4 minutes 30 in the first to go. Miners lead 18, Blues 15.
So just having a look at the stats here. Ballarat, will you believe that they are shooting 73% from the field? And we've had about 6 minutes of basketball. That is insane. Frankston aren't doing too bad themselves. They're shooting 55% from the field. And both teams also shooting 50% from three-point land as well. It's Nick Bazoglu at the moment leading all scorers with 6 points. I think is that Lucas? No, it is Lucas Barker and Ned Renfrey. They've got 5 points each, as well as Igor Adzirmerovic. And then rounding out the scoring is Tyler Rudolph. He has 3. But it has just been high-octane offense to start this one off. Neither team looking slow in the slightest. And that's a nice cameo. Ryan Brockhoff, who is a Frankston junior, is playing with Southeast at the moment, has just entered the stadium. Former teammate of Lockie Barker as Jordan Evans takes a shot and misses. So now going down at the other end, Bazoglu! So dominant! Evans, Lockie Barker, back over to Evans. Barker is wide open here. Henry Pearce eventually found him. Will this go? No, off the front of the rim and misses. So Ballarat lead remains at 5. Thosby, a 3-point shot. Won't fall, and maybe this timeout's just broken up the momentum a little bit. Barker bounced past the Pierce in the corner. Barker over to the other Barker in Lucas, who lets another 3-pointer fly. And he's successful in scoring as well. Lucas Barker has 8 points. Tied with Bazoglu. They've both had great seasons. To start off NBL 1 South, 8 games in. So Barker kicks it out. Evans in the corner. Looks to be good. Had the perfect angle, and that never looked like missing. Jordan Evans. Pozoglu just gives it off to Renfrey. And then finds Rudolph. He's got the mismatch on Barker. Had the open shot in the corner, but now at the 45, Pozoglu, Rudolph towered over Barker, but Trist. What a great block. Fast-paced basketball. Barker step back, bank! Straight cash. And Lockie Barker, it's probably been his best start, at least from what I've seen. To start his, this game. As I said, he's had a bit of a quiet start to 2023 NBL 1 South season, but he's putting on a great performance at the moment. Lucas Barker, no-look pass to Evans, then Pierce. Here's Lockie Barker again, wide open three-pointer! Lockie Barker! Superb! So Frankston are suddenly up by 7. They were only down by 5 moments ago. Driving is Lloyd, and he makes it as well with the contact. Evans made a 3-point shot earlier on in this term. Oh, he'll go for another. This one even further back. And this is some of the best 3-point shooting we've seen from really either side in 2023. Stolen. A Ballarat turnover. Barker, almost took the shot there. Evans. Barker wants Trish to come forward. Sets a screen. Then has a look at 3-point. Lands and no, he'll miss that one. So Pozoglu, Lloyd. Then Rudolph, Renfrey, should make it but misses. About 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Barker, oh my God, that's contested. Would have been insane for even his standards if he made that. Now Thosby lost control. Evans collected. The shot clock's going to be switched off. Blues should have the last shot here. Barker just wasting a bit of time. Pierce, Barker. Screen set by Trist, who then went inside. Is that off Ballarat last? Yes. They've got 4.6 seconds to make a shot. The Blues going into quarter time. They're up by 8 at the minute. Evans, Barker, Trist. And they go Pierce in the paint. Far too open. And they've taken a 10-point lead at the first break, the Frankston Blues.
At the end of the first quarter, your Blues lead by 10, 32-22.
So great to see Frankston, who always polled the big crowds. Another big one today. Not completely sold out, but still a very good crowd here today. As we'll go through some of our stats throughout that first term for Ballarat, leading in all scoring. Well, maybe not all scoring, sorry, just scoring for the Miners is Nick Pozoglu. He's got 8 points, 2 rebounds. And then it's Ned Renfrey up next. He's got the 5 points. And for Frankston, it is Lachlan Barker who's just turning up back to his normal standards. He's got 9 points, shooting 50% from the field, 2 rebounds and 2 assists as well. Lucas Barker's got 8 points on 50% shooting as well, 3 rebounds, an assist and a steal. And then it's Jordan Evans who made 2 big 3-pointers in that first quarter. He's got 6 points to his name from 66% from the field. The Ballarat, geez, just they came out of that timeout and it broke their momentum up a little bit. Whereas as for the Blues, they just kept firing and firing, and they just kept dropping one by one. That being said, even Ballarat still shooting above 50%, as are Frankston. But Ballarat really need to improve on their three-point shooting in this second quarter, because they've got 17% from three-point land compared to Frankston's 53%. They've shot 15 three-pointers in a quarter. Wow. Thosby drives, misses, Hadziomerovic rebounds. Goes through the legs, commanding his players. Dropped Thosby as well. It's a little bit dirty. Newley looks intrigued to see what option he may select. Turn it over at the end of the day, though. It's going to be Lloyd. It's well defended by Cleary, who's came into the game. Then Pozoglu, big three, won't go. Tom Garrett, who's getting his first minutes of the game, makes it. Hadziomerovic now at the other ends. Had a lane there to drive. He will actually take it. And then Tom Garrett is going to the line for some shots. So Amos Brooks, after coming into the game, is immediately going off. And coming in for him, I think, was Jordan Lingard. So Garrett misses his first. First free throw is Frankston of shot of the game. And he's opened up his account with the one free throw make, Tommy Garrett. So Lingard, Thosby, patiently waiting for an option to arrive, eventually got it out. Thosby is received it again. They're going to find a shot soon. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Rudolph, contested three. And a foul is called here. Who will that be against? I assume Frankston. Yeah, Hadziomerovic picking up that one. Or Josh Cleary, rather. So ready to resume hostilities. Rudolph on the inbound. Sorry, Pozoglu on the inbounds. Here is Pozoglu. Newley drives, right-handed layup. It's going to be fouled, and I think he'll have these two shots as well. And he certainly will, Brad Newley. First personal foul on Adam Thosby. So Newley makes his first. And it's 2 from 2 from the line. Brad Newley. Pozoglu, the skipper, to Lingard. Then with the ball at the moment is Dunmore. Trying to post up Newley is Rudolph. He's successful in doing so. Hook shot over the top. Now Newley wants to turn on the Jets. Despite his age, Hadziomerovic put back. Clean and clever, as always, Hadziomerovic. Thosby. He's always so patient with waiting who to go to, but he's lost a fair chunk of time. And it came off Tom Garrett last. Just having some discussions with the referees. Supposedly, so whether he got a hand to that ball or not. So Pozoglu Drives way past Hadzio Merovic. Another easy bucket for Nick Pozoglu, who's now got 10 points. Barker re-entering the game. Evans, Neely, wants to drive or put up an extremely contested shot over Rudolph. Somehow made it work. Renfrey, Lingard, Pozoglu. The pass was almost deflected by Newley, and then an up and under shot by Tyler Rudolph. Tyler Rudolph, he's had his fair share of experience, played in Spain in the Leb Plata, I assume it's called. Newley makes another contested shot, but yeah, the Leb Plata is actually the third division in Spanish basketball. And Tyler Rudolph has spent a bit of time there. Anyways, timeout will be called by the Miners. Blues leading this one 41-28. And although they haven't shot as many threes in this term, have the Blues. So they haven't shot any threes at all now that I look at it. They've been able to make plenty of contested shots right next to the basket, and Ballarat really struggling to defend it. So leading all scorers now is Pozoglu with 10. Brad Newley's got 8. Then Tyler Rudolph with 7. Jordan Evans with 6. And before all of that, Lucas Barker with 9 points as well. And rounding off is Ned Renfrey. He's got 5 points. So both teams returning back to the court. Renfrey uses the legs to try get past Barker, but he matched him well in that department. Brooks, pass was almost picked off. Dunmore. Then a long fading to Rudolph. Now has 9. Newley, Barker. Could have taken a step back if he wanted to. Decided against it. Hadzio Merovic will do a step back of his own. Banks off the glass. Iggy. Brooks over to Pozoglu, who's had a big day so far in the corner. Renfrey was wide open off the side of the backboard. And Frankston have easy pickings with the rebound. Oh my God, unlucky not to make that. Barker had Renfrey tap dancing. Brooks 1-2. That's got to be a travel. And it's a jump ball. And it goes to the way of the Blues anyway.
Substitution for the Blues, Lucas Barker checks in.
So Lucas Barker has now re-entered the game. Jordan Evans coming off. Barker uses a true screen, then swings it back. Igor Hadzio Merovic off the front of the rim. Rudolph rebounds, then goes Pozoglu. He's got the mismatch on Barker here in the height department. Then Renfrey. That's a big three from Pozoglu, and he still made it. And they're playing some better basketball at the minute, the Miners. They're down by 10. Just over 5 minutes to go in the first half. Barker, Hadzio Merovic, Trist, Barker. Now Newley had a pretty open look at 3. Won't bounce through though. Dunmore way fast and Hadzio Merovic passes it off. Will Barker get to it in time? No. Dunmore should make it. Will he? Yes.
3 points, Dunmore.
Now 7 points. Lockie Barker, nearly Lucas Barker. Trist, feel like he's looking out for an option at the arc. He certainly was, but Newley just hasn't been able to hit that three-pointer just yet. Pozoglu, it was a very powerful pass to Dunmore, and then Renfrey slammed home a three.
Losing 43, minus 36.
So all of a sudden, after being down by 10 points, the Miners are now only down by 4 in what has been a complete shift in momentum. So not too much time left in the first half, just the 4 minutes left as we're in a timeout at the moment. Zoglu still leading all scorers with 13. Tyler Rudolph has been massive in this second quarter. He's got 9, as well as Lucas Barker. And then Brad Newley, not the most efficient, 8 points. Only shooting 38% from the fields. And 8 points is 8 points. And Ned Renfrey has 8 himself. So play has resumed. Oh, Lockie Barker almost got close to that half-court line. Just avoided it, though. Passes out to Hadzi Omerovic. Now Trist in the post. Wants to go against the 3 different Miners. Spun, made it work. Renfrey was looking to move the ball down the court pretty quickly, but holds it up. Pozoglu, Thosby. Fakes out a pass, then on the 45 is Renfrey. And he's lost it there. Oh, just almost. It was Pozoglu keeping it in, but Tyler Rudolph has caught himself with a trouble there.
Frankston ball.
Barker, Newley, Barker, Trish screen. Barker still driving. It was blocked by Rudolph, I believe, but the foul was called before. So now Barker going for 2 shots. Evans is going to come into the game. Hadzi Omerovic back off.
Lucas Barker shooting 2.
So Lucas Barker, that's 1 make. He's now got 9. So both fall for the captain, Lucas Barker. And then Brooks is going to come back onto the court for I think the 3rd time this quarter as Ned Renfrey comes off. Pozoglu taking on the point guard duties, getting past Barker almost. No, he actually met him pretty well there. Great defensive effort from Lockie Barker. Newley, Evans, pass was just a little bit too quick, and Newley, despite his 8 points, isn't having the strongest of games. So Rudolph dishes it back to Pozoglu. Brooks sets a screen. Thosby at the 45. Brooks is going to come back around. Thosby just has to chuck up a 3, and he's still got it to go. Thosby's now got 5. So here is Barker. Bounce pass. I didn't mind the idea, but was just read too well by Tyler Rudolph. Thosby, another 3-pointer. Won't go. Oh, Brooks nearly put that back. That would have been huge. Now Barker. Will he go the fast break or will he slow it down? No. Lockie Barker in the corner. Jordan Evans. Good. Yes. I called it. Like I said before, if it's in that corner, from this position where I'm at, you just know when it's going to go through. And Jordan Evans has now made three pointers and has 9 points, as he's playing very well today. Pozoglu out to his teammate in Lloyd. Pozoglu crumbs and got the end one to go as well. Nick Pozoglu has 15 points. Only averaging the 13 points a game this year, and in not even a half of basketball, he's got 15, and he's going to have a big stat line at the end of this game. Got 3 rebounds and 2 assists to go with his potential 16 points, but he missed the free throw. It remains at 15. Barker uses his body, goes around Triss, then Pierce, waiting for Lockie Barker, just dropped it off, picked up. No, couldn't sink the 3 at the end of the day. Would have been a nice play there. Pozoglu. So Mensch probably been best on court today, hasn't he? Looking for anyone, goes Rudolph. Brooks sets and then rolls. The option is ignored though. A nice up and under from Adam Thosby. In the last couple of minutes, he's been solid. He's born in Australia, Adam Thosby, but grew up in England. And Triss takes a 3-pointer early on into the shot clock. Pozoglu, Rudolph. Lloyd wanted it. Instead, Thosby got it back. Going against Barker. Picked up some contact. Brooks wasn't confident in the 3-point shot. Pozoglu was, however. Evans almost got the rebounds. Just a bit of hot potato here off the Blues last. Ballarat keep the ball. 14 seconds on the shot clock as it's reset. Timeouts. Ballarat. And they'll probably draw something up here.
50, minus 46.
The 22.7 shot clock differential. So they got plenty of time to work something out here. Frankston with a miss or a make from Ballarat. So 36.7 left in the first half. Ballarat down by 4. Pozoglu, baseline drive. I thought he might have gone for a dunk there, but no, he'll pick up the foul. This one going against Trist, I believe. No, Henry Pierce.
Some Blues. Yuli checks in for Pierce. Frankston, he's shooting 2. You know what to do.
So you already expect Frankston to be very loud here. It's actually quieter than usual. Pozoglu
Come on, Frankston.
will make it.
Loud, make it loud.
Pozoglu for 17 points and a half makes it. And then Newley and Thosby getting a little bit of contact on each other. Some big passes being laid here. Evans won't make it. And Ballarat actually have a chance to take the lead here. I think shot clock and game clock are directly in line. So they're going to have the last shot here, Ballarat. Pozoglu in the corner. That's Rudolph. No, he's missed. Brooks, rebound, chucked up a shot. And 0.7 left on the clock. Miracle would be needed here to score. Barker, who's going to chuck him a half-court shot. Oh! That was actually very close. But the Miners couldn't get that last shot to fall. So Frankston will go into the half-time break with a 2-point lead after leading by 11 at quarter time. Let's take you through some of the statistical leaders. Pozoglu, 17 points. Then it's Lockie Barker, I believe, with 10. Lucas Barker with 10. Then Tyler Rudolph and Jordan Evans tied at 9 apiece. Brad Newley and Ned Renfrey also have 8 each. As for your rebound leaders, it's Tyler Rudolph with 7. So you'd imagine he'd probably get his double-double today. Barker with 4 rebounds as well isn't too shabby. In terms of assists, Lucas Barker, unselfish as always. 4 assists for that man. Triss, the big man, also has 3 as well. But we're going to take a quick break going into half-time. At the moment, it is the Frankston Blues leading the Ballarat Miners by 2 points. We'll be back shortly.
have a strong, smooth, creamy latte.
Be your own barista at Coles Express. Award-winning Coles Urban Coffee Culture from just $1.
Express yourself.
At Coles Express.
Fasten up your seatbelts, do a double take. Don't need to be a millionaire to roll this kind of way. Yeah, I got the recipe to do it every day. Straight to the top, and that's where we gon' stay. Yeah. Step it up your game. Yeah, we do it every day. Step it up, step it up.
Take it to the next level.
Step it up again.
Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Elevate your adventure.
Suffer from muscle or mild joint pain? Try Zia Pain Relief Cream from Zia, an anti-inflammatory cream providing temporary pain relief using natural active ingredients. Experience the Zia difference at zia.com.au.
At 6'1", I was never going to beat them at the ring, but I could learn to run rings around them. My dream started on the backyard court battling my brothers. Where will your dream start? Determination, the right training and a superior surface to practice on. You're on your way. Customised to fit any space or budget, superior bounce quality and the official court partner of the NBL. You know the quality is assured. Elevate your game with Dream Courts.
So welcome back to NBL 1 South coverage today between the Frankston Blues and the Ballarat Miners. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Allen. And what an interesting first half of basketball we've seen. Frankston were probably the better team for a good part of that first half, but geez, Ballarat, towards the end of that second quarter, they really turned it up to a completely different level, and Frankston just really couldn't match it for a little bit. They went into that quarter time break up by 11, and now just sit with a small lead of 2 points. 50 plays 48. And that quarter for Ballarat was all about Nick Pozzoglu. Had 17 points from 64% from the field, and he was easily their best player in that first half. Let's see if they can keep it up. So, poked loose by Barker. So, here is Renfrey. Gives it off to Pozzoglu. Now Lloyd looks for Rudolph. Rudolph wants to post up, but doesn't look entirely confident. Gave it off to Thosby, then back off to Rudolph. Looks a bit better this time. Over the top of Trist. Hadzio Merovic. Oh, geez, playing a bit of goalkeeping there. Dive back to keep it in, but nonetheless, Ballarat got it back and then missed the shot. So Barker with the right to Newley, then Hadzio Merovic. Barker drives Newley, and then he'll go instead, and that's a good contested shot there. So Jake Lloyd, Pozzoglu, now in the hands of Renfrey, lost it. The pressure from Barker was just good enough. Here's Barker. Hadzio Merovic to Newley. Trist goes against Rudolph. He's met by two different Miners though, and will now go to the free throw line.
First personal on Miners, Rudolph. Tyler Rudolph. Dan Trist, shooting 2.
So Trist at the line, going for 2 free throws. Makes his first.
That's 1.
Only got the 3 points today after that make. It's been a quieter day for him in terms of scoring. Such an impactful character though, so Renfrey, Pozzoglu. Now it's Thosby, and then gave it off to Rudolph, up and under. Once again falls through. Rudolph's had a couple of those. Fast break at the other end. Geez, that is quick moving ball from the Blues. Barker contested 3-point shot. He's good. And foul's going to be called here against Hadzio Merovic. Didn't see what happened there, but
Second personal, Blues, Hadzio Merovic.
it's going to be Rudolph inbounding to Pozzoglu. Just waited a moment to find someone, and that's going to be a travel.
Too many steps, that's a travel. Frankston ball.
So it doesn't really feel like it, but Blues up by 7 at the moment. Ballarat have only scored the 1 bucket. But still say it's pretty even at the 7-point margin. But you cannot leave Barker that open. That is simply too easy for that man. He's now got 13. Brooks off to Thosby. Previously played at NBL level with Sydney Kings a couple of years ago. And then that's a great make from Pozoglu. He's up to 20 now. Barker. Hadzio Merovic. Trist. Oh, almost took the three-pointer. He'll go inside instead. But he felt the pressure from Pozoglu behind him. And it was just enough to affect. And then Barker's picked up a foul there, which I'm not sure if I entirely agree with. I feel like you just have to let the play go there, but Barker has now got 2 fouls. Play is now live again. Thosby, Brooks, Pozoglu goes against Hadzio Merovic, steps back from the elbow, rattles through. Who's without a doubt, he is the best player on the court at the moment, Pozoglu. He has smashed his season average in terms of point as Trist up and under gets it to go. It's back out to 7. 6.5 minutes left in this one. On this term, I should say. Thosby. He's played in England and he's played in Austria, in the NBL as well, actually. As I mentioned before, for the Sydney Kings, Brooks got the offensive rebounds, and he'll go to the free throw line as well. Frustrated that he couldn't make it, though.
First personal on Blues, Dan Trist. Come on, Frankston, make some noise in your seats. Raise your voice, stomp your feet.
Amos Brooks, yet to hit the scoreboard today, looking for his first points, and he'll get it. And now Ballarat only have 2 players that haven't scored. Riley Dunn and Jordan Lingard. Riley Dunn, I don't think he's played any minutes today. And Jordan Lingard has only played a little bit as well. So great to see some points being shared around if you're a Ballarat fan. Here are the Blues. Lockie Barker. I think he wanted the foul there, didn't get it. Who was that off last? Frankston, so the Blues will get it back. Andrew Harms cannot believe it. He disagreed heavily with it. Can Ballarat get the lead to a closer margin? It's been stuck at that 5 or 7 mark for majority of this third term. Lloyd goes through, spins around, and makes the fadeaway jumper. It's now down to 3. Barker, Hadzio Merovic, roams around the arc. Got caught up a bit, and then Lockie Barker in the corner. It's now 6. And that's going to be called a travel. Thosby ran right into the middle of Barker and forgot to take a dribble first. So this could be a real big opportunity for the Blues here to push it maybe back out to 9 or 8. Both Barkers have been excellent today. Trist takes a 3-point jumper. Won't go. Pozoglu brings down the board. And then goes from coast to coast. And misses. And he might have got a poke in the eye there. Looks ginger at the other end. Barker, Hadzio Merovic draws contact. He'll go the line for 2. And Pozoglu, I think he's got a poke in the eye there. He can't see very well. Squinting heavily. So Lingard is going to come on for Amos Brooks.
Substitution for both teams. Lingard for the Miners, Pierce for the Blues.
The shot's good from Hadzio Merovic. It's back at the 7 now. Hadzio Merovic now has 11 points, 67% from the field as well. So, and with that, Hadzio Merovic is going to come off, and Jordan Evans getting his first minutes of the third quarter. Thoseby to Rudolph, back over to Thoseby, goes all the way. Pierce, excellent defense. Unlucky to not get possession of the ball, but you cannot undermine how good of a contest that was from Henry Pierce. Rudolph. And then another foul called. It was Ned Renfrey. Renfrey, sorry. Who was fouled on that occasion. He'll get the ball back. Wanted to go for the shot, but nearly contested him well. Thoseby, Rudolph flies away and gets 2 points. And he's now got 11. Newley dishes it off to Barker. Bounce pass, Evans in the post. And he picks up the and one as well. Evans to the line to go with his 2 points. And he's up to 11 points as well.
First personal on Miners, Jake Lloyd. Substitution, both sides. Dunmore for the Miners, Iggy for the Blues. 1 bonus.
Hadjiberovic, he's been subbed back on. Barker back off. Renfrey was taking up the court, poked loose by Barker. How's the defense here? Still poking it loose. That's a backcourt violation. Excellent defensive effort from Lockie Barker and Brad Newley.
Frankston ball.
Pierce, Barker. He'll probably take a shot here, you'd imagine. Oh, very well looked like it, but just lost the handle at the end. Rudolph collected it. Thoseby dribbling with the left towards the basket. Evans deflected the pass beautifully. Barker using the cross over to get past. Now Hadjiberovic from the elbow. And he's so good at that little fadeaway shot. And now the Miners are going to call a timeout as the Blues have put this lead back out to 11 and have most definitely been the better team the past couple minutes. Spot is Pozzoglu, still leading all scoring with 22 points. He's also got 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And for Jordan Evans, he's got 12 points for the Blues. And he might be second in scoring. No, rather third or maybe fourth. There's Lockie Barker with 15, then Lucas with 13, Iggy with 13, and then, yes, Jordan Evans with the 12. Tyler Rudolph, he's continuing his good form of the year. He's got 13 points. And you can tell this Jack Davidson, who I haven't mentioned yet, isn't playing today. You can tell how much they're missing his scoring. Davidson scores the 25 points a game. And he is unavailable today. So, Renfrey, Lingard, Renfrey. 3.5 minutes left in this third quarter. With the ball is Dunmore. Hasn't played some minutes in a bit. Kicks it out. Lingard for 3. Yes! Jordan Lingard opens his accounts with a big 3-pointer. And now the only Miner that hasn't scored is Riley Dunn. If they can perhaps get in front later on in the game, he might get some minutes as well. Trist tried to post up, was unsuccessful, so he kicked it out to Hadjiberovic, who drove with the left. He's just all class, that man, Igor Hadjiberovic. Renfrey drives against Barker. And then it was Pozoglu who charged through, but I don't think Hadziomirovic had his feet set, or rather Trist. And they're actually in the bonus now, Ballarat. Frankston going over the limit. So this is a good opportunity with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to maybe get it back a bit. But Pozoglu, the free throw is nowhere near it. Hits the front of the rim. Can Pozoglu make the second? He can. He's now up to 23. Barker, Pierce, Barker, floating. Evans in the corner. He just loves that spot, doesn't he? Has barely looked like missing from three-point range all day, Jordan Evans. How does Renfrey respond? Spins with the one-hander. Oh, my God. Ugh. That was disgustingly good.
Third personal on Blues, Dan Trist.
And Trist has now picked up 3 fouls. With Renfrey's spin and then floating away from the basket. Made a one-handed finger roll. There's no such thing as a two-handed finger roll, so not sure what else it would be. Hadziomirovic, Trist picked up a foul on the previous play. Barker had a bit too much space. Oh my God, he got Lingard tripping. Just couldn't finish it off. Trist, that's a foul. Had the ball ripped out of his grasp, but picked up a fair amount of contact on the way. And Ballarat have got to be careful here, because if they pick up another foul, that is Frankston to the line for the rest of the quarter. And they're down by 9, so they can't really afford any free throws to be given away. Evans goes around Trist, then Trist goes one way and then the other. Evans slipped over again. Barker, surely not, no way. That was a very big three. When it's Lockie Barker shooting it, though, you kind of have to respect it. Pozoglu gets past Evans with ease, then kicks it out to Renfrey. Retracts, goes back in. Rudolph, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Excellent team defense, and Tyler Rudolph still makes it work. Somehow, some way, Rudolph's got 15. Hadziomirovic, Trist, bounce pass, back out to Hadziomirovic. Barker could have taken another three if he liked. Cross, back, and then missed the shot. So, Ballarat now down by 7. Pozoglu, the little floater is very clean. It's now down to 5. 48 seconds left. Ballarat are charging back towards the end of this third term. Does Trist have anything to say about that? Out to Barker. Renfrey had left him too much space, and then he's missed it again, so Lingard had the free rebounds. So, about a 9-second shot clock, game clock differential. Pozoglu, big old three, almost had it as well. Trist picks up a foul, and he'll go to the line. Lingard just didn't have his feet set properly.
First personal on minus Lingard. Big man Dan to the line for 2.
And they're now in the bonus, Ballarat, so hence why they have advanced up the court to take the free throws. Evans coming off in the last 10.3 seconds for Tom Garrett. Trist. He's played a good term.
That's one.
He's now got 7. To go along with his 4 assists and 5 rebounds. Shooting 40% from the field, makes both. He's now got 8, Danny Trist.
Sub for both sides. Thoseby for the Blues. Newley for the Blues. Thoseby for the Miners.
So we've got 10 seconds to find a shot here. Pozzoglu wants to find it real quick. Race down the court. Dunmore try to get through. More great defense from Henry Pearce. And there is no shot available for the Miners. They are down by 7 points with 1 quarter left to go in what's been a good afternoon once again for Frankston basketball. And the shooting from either team today has just been outstanding. 55% for the Miners, 51% for the Blues. Both shooting 67% from the 2-point range, 3 points range. Frankston shooting 41%, which is brilliant. Ballarat not too bad, 35%. You could do some with it, some improving, but maybe just what they need to improve on going into the last quarter, especially if it's going to be a close one, is their free throw shooting 70%. Maybe you'd like it to be a little bit higher. As Frankston, they've been great from the line today, shooting 92%. Pozzoglu is probably going to end up the leading scorer of the game today. 25 points for that man there. And then there's a number of players on 15%. 15 points, sorry. Jordan Evans, Tyler Rudolph, Lockie Barker all on 15. Ned Renfree's got 11, and Brad Newley has 10. And Tyler Rudolph, whilst we've brought up his name, he will get a double-double today with 15 points and 9 rebounds. And, geez, Lucas Barker might get one as well. He has got 13 points and 8 assists. Can you believe that? 8 assists at this level is a very, very good game, and he has no trouble finding an open man. Lucas Barker.
1 quarter between us and the Dubs. Make some noise, get behind your Blues.
So, play's been resumed. Last term, the pass was just a little bit off from Garrett. Ball is instantly back with the Miners. Lingard, Pozzoglu, Lingard cutting back beautifully. Oh, just missed. Unfortunate stuff. Newley. Got Evans in the corner, hasn't missed a shot from there all day, and he continues the streak. Jordan Evans has played his best game for the Blues. 18 points. Leading all scorers from Frankston. Majority of those points, 3-point shots. Dunmore tried to catch Garrett slipping. Didn't get it. Garrett recovered the ball as well. So he's going to go against Dunmore here. Trying to protect the ball. Found Barker. He's got Newley out at the 3-point line. But no! Barker. And one, and gave I don't even know what his celebration was. A little twinkle of the hands. And it's hard to think he'd miss this free throw as well. Lead is now at 12. And will most likely be 13 once Barker has shot his free throw. So Barker Just as I said, makes his free throw. Lloyd inbounds it to Pozoglu. Garrett really keeping up with him there. Like the defensive effort. Thosby, Rudolph, passing around the arc. Here's Dunmore getting some good game time in his fourth term. Neely's pressuring him terrifically. And then Pozoglu, almost looked like the three was going to go for a sec there. But Barker has rebounded it and going to the races and then poked loose by Pozoglu. Or rather, deflected it, I should say. Garrett, Barker, almost lost it there. Garrett, around the back, that was clever. And then found Newley in the corner. Unfortunately couldn't make it. Triss ripping it free. And a foul called before that bucket went through. And it's going to be an inbound pass from the boundary line. No two shots for Dan Trist. It's really starting to get away from them now, though. Frankston have seemed to be the better team in this fourth quarter early on, and they're up by 13 as well. Evans had a bit of contact on him. Trist set a screen for Barker. And then a foul on Trist. Thosby is in disbelief. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike as well. So Trist will take his shot here. Or shots, I should say. Rolls through the first. Gets a second as well. So it's now 15 points. And due to the unsportsmanlike, Blues will keep the ball as well.
Let's go, Frankston. Let's go.
14 seconds on the shot clock. Barker ordered Evans to go for the ball. Instead, the pass was to Trist. Evans, oh my God, over the head pass. Newley, you got to make that. No, he's missed it though. Pozoglu, yet to score in this fourth quarter. Lost it. Charge. Oh no, it's a block. Oh, not sure about that one. Good, he had his feet set there, but perhaps not. And then the Miners, they're going to go into a timeout quickly. So 87 plays 72. And it seems like Frankston are probably going to get this one done. Ballarat just not able to really match the high-octane offense that Frankston have had all day. Despite them being able to make their shots on a better efficiency than Frankston. But they're just not finding the open shots as well as Frankston either. Like, it's a +9 towards Frankston in terms of assists today, 19-10. But other than that, it's been pretty even in every category, but they're just finding more open options, Frankston, and it's not so much of that ISO sort of style. But let's see if they can put up one last fight. Just under 8 minutes to go. Renfree makes a layup. Now 13. So Trist was a sloppy sort of pass to Barker, who then cocks it back and goes for three, but it will miss. So now Dunmore skips across the courts, open three-pointer, and that is an obvious offensive foul against Tyler Rudolph. Went over the back of Dan Trist.
Third personal on Miners, Tyler Rudolph. Doubles up to the Blues.
So Garrett will come off. Barker of the Lockie variety back onto the court. And Evans will also exit the game for Igor Hadziomirovic. So here is Iggy. Barker at the 45, drives in. Newley, he goes for a drive himself actually. Got a bit of contact. But I think it was off Ballarat last. So it remains with Frankston. Barker inbounding. Hadziomirovic, Newley, Trist. Barker wants to almost drop back and collect it in the paint. He'll cross over. Last second three-pointer. Fades away, Lachlan. He is one of the many box office stars of this NBL 1 South competition. Renfrey. Dunmore going against Barker. And Lockie almost got the block there, but Dunmore was successful in getting a bucket. 14 points, 6.5 minutes left. Can Ballarat pull something out of the hat here? It'd be a very hard task to do so. Newley, Barker's got another three-point shot wide open, and that might just be the game there. It's now 17 points.
Substitution for the Miners. 4 weapons to the goal, please.
Just going to be some sweat wiped off the court.
Give it up for our 4 wipers, folks.
So pass in from Rudolph. Now he's still got it. Dunmore. Brooks gave it off. Renfrey, deflected pass from Newley, and then he's going to go all the way. Full court pass from Barker. Newley, shot was blocked, and then caught Dunmore in the head as well. And Newley just provides his condolences, letting him know it was a purely accidental incident.
First personal from Newley.
Rudolph. The 45's Dunmore. Renfrey fades. And then that was good defense from Trist to get a hand in the face there. Newley, Hadziomirovic, another three-pointer, and another one goes through. Frankston are nearly shooting 50% from the three-point range tonight. That is insane. Dunmore, Brooks at the arc. Renfrey now goes across the baseline, kicks it out. Dunmore, open look, won't go. Iggy just got caught up with Brooks there. I think it was Rudolph that made the shot in the end, and it was picking up points number 16 and 17.
Substitution for the Miners. Adam Thosby checks back in.
So Thosby's back into the game. Dunmore's out. You'd suspect that's probably the last we'll see of him today, with just under half of this quarter to go, and the Miners down by 18 points. Thosby at the Frankston end tripped himself over. Hadziomirovic, Newley, goes all the way through. Missed the shot, but then put it back up with a little tap. It's going to be a big win for Frankston today. It was pretty even up into this fourth, and they're now leading by 20. Brooks misses the layup. Just too much pressure on it. Off the glass, Barker jumps into the shots. Rocky Barker, wow! 24 points. I made the call that Pozzoglu was probably going to be the leading scorer by the end of this game, but geez, you think that Barker would probably take over him at this point. Pozzoglu yet to score, whereas Barker has now got 24 points. And Pozzoglu yet to score in this fourth term, I should say. With that, be his first points. No, Rudolph blocked. Nearly got a bit of arm contact though.
Second personal foul on the Blues. Brad Newley, timeout on the floor. To the Miners, your Blues lead.
And then the Miners have taken a timeout. Frankston break the century. Once again, I forgot to mention that. 101 points, and they have hit that target so many times this year. They are just one of the most high-powered offenses in all of NBL 1. The only offense better than them in the South is Mount Gambier, and even Frankston, who are outstanding. Mount Gambier are a whole nother level. But I think, 8 games in now for Frankston, I don't think it's a ridiculous call to say they make the grand final against a team like Mount Gambier or Eltham. I think those would be the two main contenders at the moment. And even Ballarat on their day aren't too bad either. Of course, today they've had it a bit tough in this fourth quarter. Just under 4 minutes left in this one. Frankston up by 23. And it's Rudolph at the line. It's being fouled by Brad Newley. So make for Tyler Rudolph. He's got 18. Averaging 22 points for the year is Tyler Rudolph, so he might just meet that average as well. It's 3 points off it. And Lockie Barker's off the court now, so he might not get that game high scoring title. I'm sure he's not too worried about that though. Newley pops one. Oh! Another 3-point make for the Blues. They're now shooting 46% from the 3-point line. That is otherworldly. So over the head pass by, I think it was Renfrey, and foul called. And it should be 2 shots as well for Pozzoglu. Still yet to score in this final quarter.
Double sub for the Blues. Pierce and Garrett in.
Got the 25 points. Could go for 26 and 27 here. Hasn't had the best efficiency from the free throw line tonight, as he makes that one.
Make me proud. Make it loud.
But Pozzoglu is really shooting the 50% from the line tonight. And he misses that one as well. Brooks almost got the offensive rebound, but Newley was successful in regaining possession for Frankston. Barker. Here is Evans, hotly contested jumper. Got his own shot back though. Garrett for 3 in the corner. Won't go. And who was that out on? It's off of Lockie Barker. After Rudolph collected the board.
court for the first time today, Corey Hastings.
And Corey Hastings has come onto the court for Frankston now, and Blake Jackson. Josh Cleary getting some minutes as well. Hasn't played a lot today. And the Miners having a look in. Riley Dunn as well is the only Miner that hasn't scored yet. So if you're a Miners fan, you'd be hoping to see him score. And Garrett picks it. Couldn't stay in bounds though. He's hugged by the crowd.
Give it up for Aaron Timmy Wells being his personal cushion.
Renfrey to Dunn. He's a big boy, Riley Dunn. Not sure how tall, but and that's a charge. Hastings hit the deck.
Third personal on Jordan Lingard.
Here is Hastings, taking on the role of Lucas Barker. Pearce going against Lingard. Hastings, Cleary. Back over to Pearce, now Cleary in the corner. Good pass, Pearce in the paint. Couldn't fall. Riley Dunn got a rebound. Oh, that's a big collision. Lingard hit the deck really hard there. Hopefully everyone's okay. Garrett has looked to come second best in that collision there. So with Garrett coming off, Kine and Philippe will come back on. Lingard misses his free throw. Both teams now in the bonus with 2 minutes left. Lingard able to make the second one. The sub's going to be called. Lingard, he'll come back off the court, and Amos Brooks has re-entered. Hastings, Cleary, step back, looks online. Oh, just missed. Saw the Frankston crowd preparing to celebrate there as well. So Renfrey gets past Hastings, bounce pass. There is that man in Riley Dunn. It was unfortunate not to get it to go through though. Hastings, Con Philippe, double teams. Jackson, Cleary, had a good look, couldn't get it. Con Philippe, a rebound for him, slipped over a little bit, wants to post up. And they're going to call a foul on Adam Thosby. And Thosby now exiting for Pozoglu. Oh, and Adam Thosby had to be subbed off there. He was fouled out with, as he had 5 fouls. Kine Philippe looking for his first points of the game since coming in, and makes his first. And gets a second to go. They're just leaving everything out on the line, just trying to prove themselves here, these Frankston juniors, as Renfrey hits the deck. Some more shots coming up. Been plenty of free throws shot in this last term. As Frankston lead by 24 points. Renfrey has now got 14. And that free throw is good for 15. Philippe Cleary. Philippe's open if he wants him. He's met by Dunn, though. Geez, just those long arms. Riley Dunn should get some points here. And he will. So that is every Ballarat Miner checked off for some points, which is a positive today, even after the thumping they've received. 20 points, the difference at the moment. Cleary, Hastings for 3. Oh, they would have loved that, the Frankston crowd. Pozoglu and Renfrey. Is about 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. They might just dribble it out here, or perhaps not. Renfrey's going to go inside against Pearce, and a foul called. Both sides leaving everything out on the court.
Blues, Henry Pierce. Strong finish, Frankston. Make some noise in your seats. Raise your voice. Stomp your feet.
Renfrey, who's been pretty good today for Ballarat, was a bit shaky when the game first started. Barker had such good defense, but really got back into the groove of things as the game went on. But nonetheless, Frankston are going to win by 19 points as Pearce turns it over to Pozoglu there. And Frankston have picked up a big old victory. It's 19 points win for the Blues, 106-87 by the time the final siren went. We'll take a quick look at our stats. Pozoglu led all scorers, despite only having the 1 point in that last quarter. 26 for him to go, along with his 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Lockie Barker was outstanding today. His first very good performance of the year in Frankston. 24 points for him and 6 rebounds as well. Lucas Barker was great as well. 16 points. Had 8 assists as well. But Frankston were just the far stronger team at the end of the day. Despite shooting worse from the field, just had the opportunity to put up a lot more shots. But nonetheless, that will do us all for today. It's been a great day commentating. Some good clashes between the Frankston Blues and the Ballarat Miners. I've been your play-by-play commentator, Bailey Allen. It was Frankston Blues winning by 19 points against the Miners.